I wanted to talk to you for a moment about hydration. Most of us have become accustomed to the term hydration, more so dehydration in the summer months when it's hot outside and we lose a significant amount of water. And we associate dehydration with losing simply body water. But that's not altogether true. When you are dehydrated, you're losing more than water. You are also losing minerals. Yes, you are losing what we call electrolytes. Those minerals that electrify our system and keep our heart pumping, our cells functioning the way that they should, and so forth. So don't be deceived. Uh, I've heard the discussion and argument about how much water you should drink per day, 8 to 12 cups, 8 to 10 cups, 10 to 12 cups, whatever it is. But depending on how big you are in stature, how much you weigh, is going to be dependent upon how much water you lose. But I think a good rule of thumb is this: if you monitor the amount of water that you expend or use, then that's reasonably the amount of money, not money, but the amount of water that you would put back in your body. So the average human being, and this is not a be-all end-all conclusion, but the average person loses about 1.5 liters of water per day through urination, defecation, or bowel movements, if you will, perspiration, and even breathing out. Those are the ways that you lose water. Now, minimally, the amount of water that you're losing, expending from your body, you should minimally put that back. But you should also put in the minerals that you excreted through your urination primarily and perspiration, especially in the summer months. So drinking just tap water is not going to get it, because tap water does not contain the minerals that come from the earth that your body is craving, and the minerals that you're also using up. So it is always best that when you're consuming water, to make sure that the water that you're drinking contains electrolytes and minerals. So bottled water is not going to get it. The average bottled water, let me clarify. So there are some companies that have been putting out pH water and alkaline water and mineral water and things of this sort, but those ingredients are artificially put into the water. It's not the same as nature itself. Now, I drink, for the most part, distilled water, which is zero water. It's negative. It has no minerals in it. So what I do with my water to electrify it, if you will, with electrolytes, is put some mineral salt in it, some Himalayan sea salt. I'm not trying to promote this company here, but I'm just going to let you know that this is one that I currently use. It's called Salt 84. Salt 84. This is Himalayan sea salt. It's pink. And guess what? It contains 84 plus minerals and essential trace elements that your body needs every single day. Himalayan sea salt. You can also use Celtic salt. It's pronounced Celtic. It's spelled Celtic. Celtic salt. These are the two salts that I've ever used as far as the mineral consumption is concerned. So make sure that when you drink water, it's not just plain water. And you look at it, it's clear. You don't know what's in it. So your water that comes out of your municipal supply, if you will, in your house, ordinarily, it's just water. It has no nutritional benefits in it. It has no electrolytes in it. It has chemicals which are detrimental to our bodies. Understand that. The water that you use in your home ordinarily, unless you have a filter, a reverse osmosis system in place, or a charcoal filter, you're going to be consuming a lot of gunk in your water. Understand, comprehend this, that the toilet water that we use every day when we take care of our business, when you urinate and defecate, throw up and throw down the excess medications that you don't use or that's expired or what have you, and all of the other chemicals that you flush down your toilet, they have to go into a water reservoir where they have to be treated and sent back to your house. Yes. Now, along the way, while that water is being retrieved, after it's been supposedly cleaned, it's supposed to come back to your house through a system or network of piping systems. It picks up all kind of gunk coming back to your faucet, both in your kitchen, your bathroom, your shower, and so forth. All of that stuff is transparent. You can't see it in your water, but it's there. You have chlorine, you have all kinds of chemicals from chemical plants that's leached into the soil and so forth. You have pesticides like Roundup, glyphosate, and various other chemicals and prescription medicine that's been flushed down the toilet, thrown in the water and what have you. You have all of that stuff in your water. So what's a person to do, brother teacher? If you're going to use faucet water, minimally boil it. You're not going to get rid of everything, but you will definitely kill the parasites with a high temperature. Boil your water, let it sit and cool, and drop you some Himalayan sea salt in there. How much should you put in there? This is pink salt again. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. Pink salt. 84 trace minerals that your body needs essentially every single day. It's in this package right here. There's various companies out there. I believe Morton has a Himalayan sea salt that they carry as well, but there's many companies that carry Himalayan sea salt. Make sure that it doesn't just simply say sea salt, or it doesn't simply just say pink salt. Make sure that it's Himalayan sea salt. See what the origin is, and usually it's from Pakistan, in that area. So to stay hydrated, whatever you put out is minimally what you should be putting back into your body. To be hydrated is not just simply drinking tap water. It's not just simply drinking bottled water. You have to put the minerals in your body that your body lost through urination, defecation, perspiration, and so forth. And let me show you something also. Beware of the plastic bottles. There's a chemical. It's an artificial synthetic estrogen that most plastics, many plastics, are made out of, called BPA for short. Bisphenol A. That is a artificial product that's used to make plastics. Look at this. I won't show you the title, or not the title, but I won't show you the name of this company right now. But look at this bottle of water right here. Understand this, ladies and gentlemen. Most plastics are made out of petroleum, oil. When the temperature gets hot enough, especially in the summertime, summer months, when trucks are shipping these to companies, when they're shipping these bottles to warehouses, when they're shipping these bottles to grocery stores, the temperatures on the trucks are really, really hot, and these bottles perspire or sweat. Guess where the oil goes that the bottle was made out of? It goes into the water that you can't see, right? You'll never see the chemicals in here, so you'll never see the bisphenol A leaching into your water. Let me show you something. Listen, these crunchy bottles, you hear that, are the worst bottles to drink from, because in order for them to be this malleable, this soft, you have to use oil-based plastic, right? And this plastic is compromised when it's heated up. Understand? And when it's compromised and it leaches into your water, guess what's compromised as well? This. Your body's compromised. So what happens? You're drinking what's in that water now. You don't see it, but it's there. And later on down the road, you could potentially be having a problem with dementia, Parkinson's disease, and so forth. Because bisphenol A is not intended for you to drink. It's not. And someone might say, well, it's estrogen. It's artificial. It's synthetic estrogen, or a synthetic form of estrogen. Women have enough estrogen already when they eat the proper diet. Can you imagine a woman consuming more and more estrogen in their bodies? And while I'm on estrogen, I was kind of rushing through there, but listen, one more thing about estrogen or BPA. Did you not know that the canned goods that contain your vegetables and various other products that you buy in the store, the cans are lined with bisphenol A, with that same estrogen? Did you not know that? Now, the lining of that can is compromised when you put certain products in it, such as tomatoes, tomato sauce, tomato paste. It breaks down the lining of the can, and guess where the bisphenol A ends up, or the estrogen? In the product that you're going to be consuming, the food. Think about it. So here's my rule of thumb. Canned goods should be the absolute last resort if everything goes to hell in the handbasket, as they say. I tell people all of the time, are you prepared for things to get hard? Are you prepared for hard times? You need to start putting away dry goods and canned goods. So if you can't make it to the grocery store, you have a stock in your home somewhere. You've stocked up on product, in other words, in case of an emergency. Make sure that you do this, ladies and gentlemen, because we depend too much on third parties. We depend too much on grocery stores. I understand fresh produce and things like that. I get it. But for the things that you can save, the things that you can stockpile a little bit, of course you should be checking the dates. We understand that. But when times get hard for real, you need to have some can openers on hand, and some manual can openers, not electric. What if your electric went out? You need to have some manual can openers on hand, some good ones, and you need to have the cans to open, right? So with the bisphenol A that's lined in those cans, it's not important anymore about there being bisphenol A or artificial synthetic estrogen, because you're trying to survive at this particular time. Hopefully we don't see that anytime soon in the future, but understand this: it's better to be safe than to be sorry. But ordinarily, if there's no emergency right now, the product that you buy should always come from the garden first, frozen second, can last. So if you want to purchase produce, garden first, frozen secondary, cans last. Don't let your canned goods be your staple when you're preparing meals all of the time. Let it be the last thing that you do. Follow, or do it sparingly. You follow? Just because of the bisphenol A that's in the lining of the cans. So I hope that this was beneficial to you. And again, on hydration, I'm going to say this to you. Hydration is not just drinking water. Hydration is also replacing the minerals that your body has lost through perspiration, urination, defecation. You have to replace those electrolytes. That was it, and that was all. Let me know if you're doing this, and if you have been doing this. Have you been drinking the proper hydration? Hello? Have you had the proper hydration? Yes. Are you drinking your hydration? Not just water. Make sure your minerals are there. That's it. That's all.